guys, welcome back to my channel. I do hope you're doing well. We're having a little bit of a sit down one, my lovelies. We are in our co-ord from last year's Primark, which is, I feel, very, very festive, if I do say so myself. Surrounded by all of our new cushions, our new Christmas bedding, our new Christmas throw. So, my lovelies, I thought we'd have a little sit down video, but something a bit different. Didn't do one of these, I don't believe, on my channel last year, but I thought we'll give it a go. I'm going to go through an ultimate Christmas gift guide for any of the women in your life, all right? So it's a gift guide for her. We're going to cover everything and anything. I haven't got bits and bobs to show you. What I will do is I'll insert like little pictures here and there of what we're talking about. But yeah, just going to be comfy, casual. Sit back. Get comfy, as I've just already said. Shannon Lee, you're repeating yourself already. You're a bit delirious, darling. And let's get in with our Christmas gift guide for her 2021. Right, so I've got a few little categories on my phone for the top areas where I think you can help the lady in your life. So, first thing is first, jewellery. Now, we do love a bit of jewellery, don't we, us women? As I say, I have my ring from Brandon, which you would have seen in plenty of my videos because I never take it off. Since the day you got it for me on our first Valentine's Day, that ring has never come off. Jewellery can be very hit or miss. It all depends the style, the material, like whether it's gold, silver, rose gold, what type of vibe you like. And there is so many different price points. For me, I would be happy if someone got me a pack of the pearl studs from Primark because they're pretty much what I wear day in, day out just for work. So they're always handy. You can also get some lovely sets from Primark. I tell you where are good little things to look. New Look, River Island and ASOS. Used to be Topshop, but now it's ASOS. Those areas, they have quite a wide selection, let's just say, of some more lower end prices, and then you can get up and scale up to the higher end. I personally, I have a love-hate with jewellery. When I'm into it, oh my god, I am so into it. And then when I'm not, I literally just wear earrings and my ring and that's it. I do want to try and get a bit more back into it next year. Get some of my watches out. I have a nice little collection of watches that I never wear because I just think I can't be bothered to lift my jewellery box lid to get them out. So I think next year, once all the Christmas decks are gone, I'm going to make a conscious effort to not put anything on top of my jewellery box so then I can actually lift it and get into it and get the bits and bobs out that I would like to. Because as I say, I have all my watches in there and I have a lot of my more expensive jewellery, let's just say, that I should probably use and get the wear out of, but I'm just too lazy to get everything off of the jewellery box, to be perfectly honest. If you're looking for, say, more mid-range of the price brackets, Pandora is fabulous. Pandora is a jewellery brand that you can make so personal and so sentimental to someone. So say, for example, they have so many collections nowadays. You can get earrings, bracelets, necklaces. The thing that I love with Pandora, I have a couple of rings and I have a couple of earring sets, but my main thing is the charm bracelets. And my charm bracelets I have been collecting since I was 16. And I'm not going to lie, I have worked my way through quite a few bracelets. I have a 16 bracelet, an 18 bracelet and a 21. And then I have a dedicated Harry Potter bracelet and a dedicated Christmas bracelet, which again, I should be wearing for this time of the month, but I just can't get to it with my jewellery box. So that is why, conscious effort, next year, I want to be wearing all my jewellery again. I want to get my Pandoras out. I need to give them a good old clean. I'm not going to lie, I need to give them a good old clean. But the prices with Pandora, so they start, you can get a single earring or a cartilage earring, I think for about £12. Charms start, I think, around £15 to £20, but then depending on the material, whether you go for the silver or the gold, they can work up and they can be quite expensive depending on the charm. But there is a good selection between the £20 to £30 mark for the charms. The bracelets retail, I think, between £40 and £60, depending if you go for a bangle or like a rope bracelet. Majority of mine are rope bracelets, apart from my Harry Potter one, which you would have seen Brandon got me last year for Christmas. That is a bangle, and so is my Christmas ones. So it's kind of nice that my set ones, so my Harry Potter and my winter are bangles, and my general bracelets are the rope ones. So I kind of like that style, because we all know I got a bit of OCD, and I am very OCD with my charms. It's so personal because you can buy charms for someone, they will look at that and think oh, so-and-so got me that. But then you can create whatever you want on them. Like, I look at my charm bracelets, I know who got me what charm, I know where I was when I got it, and it's kind of like a way of me looking back as to how I grew up, because I've got some charms on there from when I was travelling when I was younger. I've got charms on there from like my nan and granddad. I've got charms from mum and dad. And yeah, it is such a great thing. And once you've got a Pandora bracelet, you're kind of never stuck for an idea of what to get someone. If a birthday or an occasion is coming up and you think, what do I get? You get them a charm. They do charms for every single occasion you could ever imagine. You have obviously Christmas, they have some Valentine's ones. Easter, you get like the bunnies and that, they're very cute. Then you have like a travel collection, so you get a suitcase, a plane, a boarding pass, everything like that. You get a whole selection of animals, and then now you've got Harry Potter collection, Disney collection, Star Wars collection. I have got a necklace which has a Baby Yoda charm on it. Again, I want to get it out and wear it, but I can't get to it right this moment. So yes, jewellery I think is a great one. And as I say, there's so many price points. So if someone is happy with Primark earrings like me, go and like feel your heart's content. They have so many things. You can go to the more middle end of the high street. So as I say, like River Island, New Look, ASOS online, you could look. Pandora, as I say, is middle to high end, depending what you want to spend. And then if you do really want to go high end, and I mean like when you're in the hundreds, Beaverbrooks and Goldsmiths are probably the two jewellers that I would highly recommend. I've bought some bits from H. Samuel before, but they haven't really ever lasted as long. Beaverbrooks was where B got this ring, and as I say, apart from needing to give it a bit of a clean every now and again, I've not had any stones fall out. And as I say, I wear this every day and have done for almost 4 years, and I've not lost a stone. No damage, no chips, nothing. The band, there's an odd few scratch on it, but that's probably like where I've dented it against something. When Brandon bought me this for Valentine's Day, I had a little bit of money spare from Christmas, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy a nice pair of earrings. So I actually bought the heart earrings to match, which were very, very nice. Goldsmiths, I find, is better for potentially watches and also what I call the bougie jewellery. So Beaverbrooks, you can get lovely watches, more diamond jewellery, Michael Kors, Vivienne Westwood, I think Bradley are in there. That is more Beaverbrooks area. Goldsmiths is more high end, likes of like Gucci in there. What else do they have in there? I think they have some Chanel watches in there. They have obviously like Breitling and Rolex, the high end, but they do a lot more stuff as well with diamonds. So if you're looking to get someone something that is to do with their birthstone perhaps, Goldsmiths is great because they will have like a collection, whether you're ruby, amethyst, pearl, emerald like me. I have been eyeing up a few bits in the emerald collection, as I say, because my birthday is in May and my birthstone is emerald, and they are lovely, but they are expensive. So as I say, I might be thinking, oh, that could be a present from me to me when I'm 30 perhaps, all right? But as I say, yeah, jewellery, I don't think you can go wrong with. And as I say, it doesn't matter how much you spend, because it's the thought that counts to that person. As I say, I would be happy if Brandon said there's 10 packs of the Primark pearl earrings. Happy as Larry, I wear them pretty much every day for work, thank you very much. It doesn't matter the cost at Christmas time, my lovelies, it's the thought and the sentiment that goes behind it. And one more brand that I would say, you can probably pick them up. Beaverbrooks, I know, do the watches. I think you can get the jewellery in choice and potentially House of Fraser, but if not, you can get it online. We all know my love for Vivienne Westwood, right? Vivienne Westwood jewellery is second to none. It is so timeless. It will never go out of style, never go out of fashion. I have got my original set, which I got when I was 18 years old, so 8 years ago, and they still do my set now. So I've got like the classical set, the studs, the necklace and the bracelet. The bracelet I have to be careful with because I've got tiny wrists, so I might have to have like a link or something done to the clasp on it. And then when I went to London, I actually bought a ring, which all of my rings now, this is another problem I'm having, all of my rings only fit this middle finger, which is the one that I wear Brandon's ring on. And I've tried to move Brandon's ring to other hands, other fingers, and it just doesn't work. So I don't quite know what I'm going to do, because I say I've got a few Pandoras and I've got my Viv ring, which I do want to start wearing, but my fingers seem to have got a little bit chunkier around the other 9 of them. But yeah, Jewellery, I don't think you can go wrong with, my lovelies, at all. Also, if there are any bits that I would highly recommend, I will also leave them down below. So I'll try and leave the links to like Beaverbrooks, Goldsmiths, Vivienne Westwood, any of like the ASOS jewellery departments. And if you've got any questions or anything below, just leave them down in the comments box, whether you want advice or is this good, is that good, anything at all. Or even if you just want to say, I'm going to treat myself and buy myself something. You go and do you, my lovely. So yes, as I say, leave anything down in the comments box below, all right? Another staple that I don't think you can go wrong with is perfume. And again, perfumes can vary from £1 to, oh my God, I don't even want to think about the most expensive perfume in the world. Probably like in the thousands. Perfumes are very personal to that person. Again, because everyone has different scents. Everyone has different smells, styles, what they like. I love, as we all know, the Primark little £2 ones. Perfect for handbag perfumes, all right? £2. One I have is the dupe for like Paul Gaultier. There's one for a dupe for Dior, Opium, everything like that. £2, can't go wrong. Chuck them in my bag. You would have seen it in the monthly favourites in November. It was in my bag, ready to go, because it was what I go out with. Put the nice one on to start with, and then I just top it up throughout the day with the dupe. You can also get ones in New Look and Zara and H&M. I think those ones will vary from about £3 to £6 potentially. I think New Looks are slightly bigger, however. H&M is pretty much like for the Primark, but it's about double the price. Zara, I think, are about £6 to £8. All depends on the scents, the packaging, the styles, anything like that. I swear by, so you can get this Superdrug Boots perfume shop. It's 30 or 100ml. 100ml is about £20, I believe, and a 30ml you can get for about £12. Ted Baker, you would have seen me speak about it many times in vlogs, monthly favourites, everything like that. It is a triangular clear bottle, pink liquid inside, obviously the perfume with a lid. Absolutely cannot go wrong. You can also sometimes get that on an offer, Black Friday or coming up to Christmas, so it might be on offer now for £10. That again, perfect little handbag perfume, perfect perfume just to have at work. I'm going to sneeze talking about perfume. And it's just the perfect perfume for like going to work, anything like that. I also love body mist sprays. Oh my God, is my eyelash still on? You know when you sneeze and I felt like a little bit of wind under there, like you shouldn't be there. Perfumes also, Britney. Always at a time of the year when there is a sale or an occasion, Britney will go down pretty much to half price. You normally can pick up a 100ml bottle for £20 as opposed to the £40. Those are staples. No matter what scent you like, sweet, dark, there is so many variations of fantasy. So you have fantasy, midnight fantasy, hidden fantasy, there's circus fantasy, there's dreamy fantasy. There is so many, and you best believe if there is a new one out, I have that at Christmas. Mum just sees it and I think she resonates it with like young Shan, and she'll always just buy it, and I'll never knock it because you would have seen in the monthly favourites last month, the hidden fantasy and midnight fantasy were my go-tos for that month. They're reasonable price, they're a good size, they're 100ml, so they're not a little small bottle. You've got a good size bottle and they are just great. However, if you have someone who maybe likes a more intense smell, so something a bit more adulty, you know with me, my lovelies, I have like my everyday perfumes, my girly perfumes, and then I have what I say is my adult perfumes. And they are particularly the more expensive ones and the designer ones. My go-to brands for those would be YSL. So we all know Mama G loves Black Opium. That, however, is a bit too strong for me. So they brought out a new one called Neon, Black Opium Neon. That is the most delightfulest, adult-y, potent scent because it's mixed, I think, with cassis and blackberries. So if, say, you know someone and they like a certain scent, but they think, oh no, I don't want opium because that's just heavy. Always have a look, because now there are so many perfumes, like the original styles, that are being adapted in like an intense or a floral or a fruity. So you can have that scent, but have it with your flavourings in a way. I mean, if you want it to be completely bougie, you can have a perfume made from. How expensive and extravagant would that be? I wonder what my scent would be if I had a perfume made. Who knows? Dior as well, very pricey, but is a staple. I have Miss Dior and J'adore. With those, you do pay more, but you don't need as many spritzes. So because they are more intensified, they're more than likely an eau de parfum. So I think an eau de toilette is like, it's not as concentrated, but an eau de parfum is very concentrated. So when I have those, I literally have a couple of squirts and that is it. Paul Gaultier, we all know I love my Beauty and the Beast Paul Gaultier, and I've got quite a few over the years looking at the bottles. The only thing to be careful with Paul Gaultier, if you see the classic bust and it might have a different design, always ask, because I remember last year I saw the Paul Gaultier like Christmas edition and it had like a little Santa's costume and it was all glitter, and I thought, oh, and before I went to put it on my list, I went to smell it and I said to the lady, this was before lockdown also, it smells the same as the original. She said it is, it's just a limited edition bottle. So try not to get suckered into that trap like I do, thinking it's a new bottle, new scent, everything like that. The majority of them, it will be the same scent, but they just do different adaptations throughout the year for, say, occasions. However, Paul Gaultier, my favourite above the original is La Belle. La Belle is, obviously I love Beauty and the Beast, and it is the most gorgeous bottle. I've shown it in monthly favourites before, and it has, I think, 6 to 8 gold roses around the top. Now I have asked this year for La Belle Intense, just purely because I love that scent so much, and the Intense will be more powerful. I haven't smelt the Intense, I've just asked for it because the bottle number 1 looks amazing, and also I love the original. So yeah, when you find something you do like Versace as well, I just saw that Versace diamonds, great little purchase. I think you get them in Perfume shop, Morehouse of Fraser, I think, and possibly Debenhams online. Might be able to pick them up in Boots as well, but they have on that, I think, the yellow diamonds, they do a yellow intense. But if you have someone who loves perfumes and you see something and say like they like a collection, if you get one, see how they go, then try the other. I buy my perfumes not purely on what is new at, it will be more if, say, it's a new one to a set or to a designer that I've already got. So I like to keep within my designers for perfumes, which I say my everyday ones will be Britney, Davidoff, Nicki Minaj. You know, all the bottles with the funky heads? Yeah, girl's got them and she isn't afraid to admit it. She loves a bit of Nicki Minaj perfume at 26. And I would say Ralph Lauren and DKNY. They're like my everyday go-to ones. My middle of the range, where it's kind of bougie, kind of not, like you're going for drinks, right, would probably be, looking at these, Calvin Klein. That's a great one. But actually, I've got quite a lot of Calvin Klein. Calvin Klein, some Versace's. Some of my Versace's, I would say, are middle of the border. And then my adult, hello, I'm a grown woman, would be Dior, Paul Gaultier, Moschino, and Vivienne Westwood. They are like my go-tos. Oh, another kind of going for drinks but a bit posh up, Marc Jacobs, Decadence. That is fab because the design of that is like a little handbag. Oh my god, absolutely amazing. So yes, there are so many variants. And if, say, you want to get one for someone but you don't know if they're going to like it, you can always get, especially this time of year, miniatures. So you could get a pack of mini Versace's or mini Ralph's, mini Davidoff's, anything like that, so that they can at least have a tester and see what they like. And then if they say, actually, I really like the pink one out of that, you can think, well, for the next occasion, I could probably buy you the bigger bottle or whatever like that. So yeah, perfume, my lovelies, I don't think you can go wrong with. And I'm sitting here waffling away, you know. You're probably thinking, Shan, just get on with it. One that I think is quick and easy and is, again, very personable to the people is electronics. That could be anything from computing, if they like computers, gaming, if they like gaming, obviously, like a Nintendo Switch or PlayStation, whatever there is out there. Technology as in terms of cameras. So if they love taking photos, you have cameras, you can have printers, like the digital printers. I really want to get one of them HP, is it Kodaks? The ones where like you'll put your phone to it and then you can print it out on a Polaroid. Little Polaroid cameras are a great thing as well. I've got my pink one. I don't use it as often as I should do, and I'm going to make a conscious effort next year to use a few more Polaroids because, not going to lie, they're expensive. The Polaroids are very expensive to refill, but once you've got the pack, I think you get 2 sets with them, so you have at least 40 on a strip. But yeah, Polaroids, and also if, say for example, someone does computing or camera work, anything like that, you can get electronic accessories. So for example, if they do YouTube or are into taking photos or videos, you could get a nice tripod, a camera case, SD cards. I mean, we're forever needing SD cards. Ring light or soft boxes if like they're very advanced and something like that. And then also electronics, which I think is a big thing, is hair products. So that could be a new hairdryer, straightener, curling tong, crimper, anything at all. Anything at all. Electronics, I think, are best to go to Currys, or if it's more like skincare and hair care, Boots. Boots will always have 3 for 2, so you could pick up, I don't know, an epilator, which is like a thing that takes away all your hair. You could get an electric toothbrush. Do not knock it, my lovelies. Electric toothbrushes are the best Christmas presents out there. I got my nice one last year, remember, on the Black Friday deals, and I kept it as a Christmas present from me to me, because it was still a bit pricey. I would not fault that. The things you can do with that toothbrush, it's got a mind of its own. Like, it will tell you when it's pressing too hard. So if you've got someone who's really conscientious about their teeth, their smile, maybe invest in, or if you don't want to buy it on your own, and there's a few of you, you could all club together to get a really nice toothbrush. And as I say, it's something you're going to use every day. Every day you brush your teeth, at least twice a day, majority of people. So you will use that day in, day out. And then all you need to maintain it is just change the heads every now and then. But yeah, electronics, I think, again, varies on prices, what you want to pay, but I don't think you can go wrong with a bit of electronics. I mean, I always get Brandon either a game or something to do with that, and I will always get either something to do now with like the cameras, whether it be tripod, SD card, a bag, anything like that, because it's practical and it's what we're going to use and what we're going to need. I am waffle, my lovelies. I'm just going to go and get a drink and quench me thirst, and we'll be back for part 2 because I've got a few more little categories that I think you might be very interested to hear about. I'm going to sit back a bit, my lovelies, because my back was hurting. Let's have a look. So the next one, I think, is kind of a collective. Clothing, handbags, shoes, accessories. Again, so many price points you can go with this. I'm happy if I get a Primark gift card. We all know I love a bit of Primark. You may have someone who loves River Island, ASOS, New Look. Gift cards, I think in general, not just for clothing, are so underrated. People just think, give a gift card because you can't be bothered. Sometimes it can be the case, I'm not going to lie, but at least it gives you the opportunity to go and get something that you would like. I don't think there's anything worse than, say, for example, someone asks you what you want, and if you're someone who don't really know what you want, you might just be like, meh, anything. And they could get you something, and I would hate to have that feeling when you open it and think, I do not like that in the slightest. But if you said, oh, I'm not too sure, but like a generic gift card, or say a shopping centre gift card or an Amazon gift card, it gives them the point in the right direction, and also you can get whatever you want on that. So it's like you have the freedom, but it is still a present in a way. Clothing, handbags and accessories, as I say, Primark, I'm happy as Larry. River Island, I think, is middle to high end. Some bits from River Island are really affordable, and some prices are astronomical, I'm not going to lie. Handbags, again, you can have so many middle of the range, but if you really want to go high end and you think there's not a budget, like lucky, I would love to have that feeling. If you're thinking handbags, I would say my top 3 designers, let's say. Number 1 is Vivienne Westwood. She is very high end. She is very bougie. She is the most expensive designer that I own in my bag collection, which you will see very, very soon, because as we speak, I am kind of setting up how I can show you my bag collection and candle collection. So I've got a couple of little videos coming that have been highly requested, and sorry for taking so long. But yeah, Vivienne, if you don't want to get a bag, because they are, as I say, quite expensive, you could always get something like a little purse or a makeup pouch or a card holder. Card holders, I think, are great ways to get in, not in like interactive, but like to get introduced to a designer, let's just say. My love for Vivienne started when I was 18. And I got my first Vivienne Westwood bag when I was 18 for my 18th birthday off of my nan. And I just absolutely fell in love with it. I got that with the purse, and it was a lot of money back then. And now all of my bags I keep in their dustproof bags. So you will see them out in my wardrobe, but inside that are the dustproof bags, so that if I ever go away or they need to be like transported anywhere, they will be safe. Because I hate if I see someone with a really nice bag and it's battered. I mean, it's great that you use it, but for me personally, if you're spending so much money on a bag, I just like to take care of things. So yeah, Vivienne Westwood, she has so many styles, shapes, everything. Used to be able to get a lot of it in House of Fraser, but they've kind of like drifted off now. Vivienne Westwood, I think, is choice, flannels, or just directly on her website, my lovelies. Just go and have a browse about. And as I say, there are so many different stylings, types, materials, colours, variations, everything. My next designer that I really like is Michael Kors. I haven't bought a Michael Kors for ages, and I don't have a lot of them, but the ones that I have are like my key summer ones predominantly. And I also have a Michael Kors backpack. The only backpack in my handbag collection is Michael Kors, and it's a lovely. And I have like a drawstring bucket bag, the only style in my collection that I have, and that's from Michael Kors. Michael Kors, I feel, do very practical style bags. So you'll have like the classic big tote, the smaller tote. So you'll see it all more in the handbag collection. Whereas Vivienne, sometimes her styles, like the shapes, are maybe not the most practical, but they are stunning. And then I do love, I don't know what I could choose between. I think we're going to say these joint third. I do love DKNY and Ted Baker. They are probably my go-tos for like everyday practicality. The styling, the colourings, the shapes. I've got big versions, I've got little versions, I've got medium versions. I love them. DKNY was actually my first designer bag that I bought when I was 16, I think. I've still got it to this day, and you'll see in the bag collection, because you'll laugh. It is, if you remember anything with the bags, it is the classic kind of like boat style shape with the big scarf on the front, and it was leather at the top, and then it would be the print jacquard with DKNY printed all over. I got that. Then I moved on and got like a flap over black one, which was a bit more like an evening bag, and then I got a big white crocodile one, and then I just moved on and ventured on. But I think looking back, my first designer bag was, I'm going to show my age here, Paul's Boutique. I think I was 13 or 14. I remember saving all of my pocket money to get this Paul's Boutique kind of like shoulder bag. Used to be one you'd have on your shoulder, and it was ruched, and then you had like the big flap over with the lock on it. Oh my god, absolutely love that. And I had that for years and years. I think I only gave it to the charity shop a couple of years ago. That's what I mean. If you buy something that is of expensive amount, or even not even expensive amount, the bag from my nan, I don't care if that cost £1, 1,000, 10,000, my nan got me that, so I make sure that I look after that, because she is no longer here. So every time I wear that bag, I go back to the day we went and bought it, I go back to the memories, and I go back to just everything to do with that. So yeah, handbags I think are a great thing, but start off, maybe you could do a card holder or a little makeup bag, anything like that. Clothing, again, it is very, very personal. I can't really buy clothing for Brandon because he is very particular. I've bought him a few bits in the past, and luckily, touch wood, I've been right, I've been on track. But clothing, again, all of the gifts I think are so personable and to that person, because everyone has a different style, everyone has a different like age, what they think, what goes with them, what style they want to do, what they want to go as, what they want to wear. Everything is particular to them. But as I say, clothing brands, New Look, ASOS. I think ASOS is great because ASOS just have everything and anything on there, my lovelies. Absolutely love it. If you want to look for something a bit more bougie, you have Choice or Flannels, or there used to be a company, I don't know if they still exist now, Van Milder. Used to be a northern company. It was kind of like a northerners version of Choice, but I don't know if that's been like replaced by Flannels. I'm not entirely sure. But clothing, the one brand that I would really suggest, again, Vivienne Westwood, what can I say? I love her. Her t-shirts, the jumpers, absolutely love it. But if you know someone who, say for example like me, they love their coats and they like nice smart coats that are gonna last them. I am talking very high-end prices here. They probably retail between £250 to £350. But when you have one of these coats, you will never ever let anything happen to that coat. I wouldn't. They are so warm. They are perfect design. They are classic yet elegant. You can dress them up, dress them down. They're perfect. And they are Ted Baker coats. The Ted Baker wool wrap coats, I believe they're called. You can get a short version or a longer version. I was very fortunate. I think I was about 21 when I got my first coat, and I won't look back. Even now, when I wear a thick jumper, they're a bit snug on the arms because like my arms have got a bit chubbier. Need to lose that in the new year. But I always said to Mum, if I got to the point where I couldn't get that on, I would go to a tailor or a seamstress and have them cut off the arms and have them as like waistcoats, because I think they would look absolutely phenomenal as a waistcoat, like a tailored cashmere waistcoat. Oh my god, absolutely can't even think about it. I just want to go and rip the arms off of them now. Don't think Mum or Dad I would be impressed, but hey ho. And then in regards to shoes, again, you've got people who may love flip-flops, people who love trainers, people who love boots, high heels, anything like that. High heels, I would say, in Debenhams, I know Debenhams isn't really a thing anymore, but they might still have it online. The brand called Faith. I bought a pair of heels from Faith probably at least 5-6 years ago. And they have like cushioned soles in them. Oh my god, the most perfectly easy pair of heels to walk in. I love them so much. I then went back and bought them in every single colour. Which I think in total is like 5 pairs, which is quite excessive. But if you need a good go-to heel, I would say Faith. They may, if they're not in Debenhams anymore, they may just be in general. Could perhaps Google Faith shoes. I'll try and see if I can find it and link it down below. Cavella are really good for heels as well. And also, as I say, again, it's just the high street. River Island, I was going to say Topshop ain't a thing now. But River Island, ASOS, New Look, Primark, Miss Selfridge, they do really nice shoes. And then also for shoes, if you've got someone who loves trainers, Adidas, Converse, Vans. I'm not massively on the trainer hype. Like, people at work talk about trainers and they say all these weird names and they sound like chemical names. I'm just not that much into trainers. I like my Converse and I like my Vans. The only other trainers I have are my classic Puma suedes. We all know I love them. And I've got a Calvin Klein pair and a couple of Adidas pairs. The majority of that I call my... But apart from that, I call trainers like Converse and Vans, which they're not. I think, what are Converse and Vans? Like plimsolls? But yeah, I'm not really into trainers as such. My thing is more boots. I love my boots, and especially for this time of the year, you want a nice sturdy pair of boots that are going to last. River Island, I can't fault for the boots. Absolutely love them. Ego is very underrated, but Ego I have bought so many pairs from over the past few years. Never had a problem. Unique styles, great. They do Klarna. Hey, you know that's your girl's best friend. And then I have, what do I have? Hunters. If you know someone who maybe works outdoors or is very naturistic, goes on loads of dog walks, a pair of Hunters, you can get the short ones or the tall ones. They're a classic. And then, of course, I don't need to say it, I am Doc Marten obsessed. I've already got my eye on a few new pairs for the new year that I want to try and purchase. Whether I get round to purchasing them all, because there is quite a few, I need to start narrowing down my decisions. But Doc Martens, they are the most practical shoe boot ever. I can't rave about them enough. I have been having Doc Martens since I was about... When did I get my first pair? I think I was 16. 16 or 18? One of them, because one year I had Doc Martens and then the next big occasion I had Uggs. So I can't really remember which one it was. But my Doc Martens, I would say, probably 16. Maybe, no, I was in school. I might have been 14 when I had my Doc Martens and then 16 when I had my first Uggs. I'd have to ask Mum because she knows all the dates. My very first pair of Doc Martens were the pink patent ones. And I remember when I bought them and I went into school for non-uniform day, people were like, ugh. You know, probably like a year later, everyone was wearing Doc Martens. Not obviously the bright pink ones, not as garish as me. Those were the classic black ones. But they are just so, so practical. You can go somewhere muddy, they're white clean. It can be pouring down with rain, they are white clean. They are just so, I don't know, I love Doc Martens. I could sit here and talk about that brand all day like Vivienne Westwood because they're just fab. And I've loved to see how like they've evolved over the time with it, because as I say, the stylings have changed. It's still the classic stylings, so the eyelet designs, but the prints and the styles that you can get on them now. I mean, I have my patent ones, which are just the ankle length. I have those in patent and a glitter pair. I have a little brogue shoe design that you would have seen I got from the outlet. Great, love that. Then I've got the 3/4 leather ones with roses on, and then I've got the proper 20 eyelet knee-high black patent. They are like my stomping boots. That's when I wear them, mum's like, oh, here we go. And you get stares in them. And I don't care. They're probably not to everyone's taste, but they're to my taste. I like them. The only thing is they're getting a little bit snug on the calves now. The calves need to shrink down. So as I say, in the new year, need to shrink everything down so that everything fits again. And hopefully it will shrink down me fingers to wear me rings on, eh? And another couple of brands, as I say, Uggs, I don't think you could go wrong with, and Timberlands. My Timberlands, I think out of them all, are my babies. But they are my babies so much that I'm scared to wear them. I'm not going to lie. I have the knee-high pair once again, and I have some ankle versions. But I probably didn't do best with the colours. So the Timberlands I got in the knee-high is the classic tan suede. I then have an ankle pair in burgundy, I think. They're not too bad. But then I have a pure white pair and a low-cut grey pair, light grey. I wore the canvas white ones out once, and oh my god, the anxiety I had. But I'm trying to like clear that mindset for next year. So I will still be cautious of, if I'm going somewhere outdoors, probably not going to wear white canvas material boots. But I want to start like using a bit more of my Doc Martens and alternating them. So yes, clothing, shoes, handbags. All of these categories, my lovelies, can be done on so many different budgets. Whether you want to spend not a lot, a middle range, or exorbitant prices, it can be completely tailored to what you think. Another little area that I think is good is experiences and gift cards. So as I say, gift cards I've spoken about before, getting for everything and anything. If you've got someone who you do not know what to get them and you think, I can't not get them something, Virgin Experience Days, I highly, highly recommend. The amount of things they've got on there is astronomical. And it's not even to the point where, say you don't know what to get them, I think you can get a gift card which is just to a value of a certain amount, and then they can go on the website and find something that they like. Experiences as well, Merlin passes. They're very expensive but practical for the whole year if that was something you'd want to do. Coca-Cola, if you go and say London Eye, Shrek's Adventure, Madame Tussauds London Dungeon, you can get packages with Coca-Cola, and I think you see 4 attractions for £70, which when you consider that one of those tickets can be between £30 to £38, it's a no-brainer, ain't it? I also would highly recommend, if say someone likes galleries, museum, there is, I think it's called the National Art Pass, where you can visit all of those. Again, you pay like a 1-year membership. And also shows. We all know that me and Mama G love a good West End show, and best believe I've been scouting on there now to see what it's about, what's coming up next year. I am so, so excited for Miss Doubtfire to come to London. I am signed up to every single website for pre-sale tickets whenever they come online, and that will be one that I cannot wait to go and see. I really want to try and rebook Pretty Woman as well, but from what we paid prior to COVID to what they've gone up by now is astronomical. I'm talking almost like 70 quid a ticket they've got up. So it is a bit saddening that we can't see the things that we would want to see or would have seen before COVID, but there's plenty of other things out there. And as I say, I've got my eye at the minute just on a few little ones that could perhaps be slipping into Mama G's stocking. And then the last thing is makeup, skincare, bath care. Again, so many budgets, so many areas that you could go down with this, my lovelies. Primark Superdrug boots, you could just get their little bits for £1. If you want to go middle of the range, what have we got? Soap and Glory, Ted Baker. You want to go high end, you got Bayliss and Harding, Champneys, Sanctuary Spa, everything. Skincare, I do think, is a very good one, but a risky one in essence if someone has sensitive skin. So for something like that, if you know someone loves a particular brand, i.e. Charlotte Tilbury, Elemis, anything like that. Charlotte Tilbury, you might think, me missus loves her foundation, but do you think I know what shade she is? You get like a gift card, or you can maybe put in a card sometimes I've done with mum, like an IOU, where you could say, the next bottle of foundation is on me. Another thing, which is completely off topic of this, but like little tokens. You see, you can get like token books. I love something like that because you can put your own messages. So it could be like, say for example, I'll run you a bath one night. I'll cook you dinner one night. It doesn't have to be something that costs money. At the end of the day, if Brandon just come in with a Primark pair of studs and a pair of bed socks, I would be a happy girl. Because it is the thought that counts, and it's come from that person that you love. So it shouldn't matter whether you spend £1, £10, £100, £1,000, whatever. It's the thought. And if they think you need that and they know that you use that, that is all that matters. So as I say, I have rambled quite a lot, haven't I? But I do hope it has given you some ideas, my lovelies, and some like different areas to think of. Because I know some of the things like experiences, I would have just thought of West End shows before, and it wasn't until I started looking into bits. The Virgin Experience days are absolutely great. I will speak about it more in Vlogmas. Perhaps it's already been up, or it might be a following one, where I had a disaster. I booked one thinking it was going to be for Brandon's present, and then he was like, oh, it's nice, but I wouldn't want it for a present. And I was like, oh. So it's going to be like a date night next year between us. But yes, as I say, I am going to stop rambling and let's get on with our outro, shall we? So best believe me, lovelies, if we've done a gift guide for her, there is going to be a gift guide for him, where once again we will go through set little topics that I'll find. I'll try and get some input from B as well. You won't see him on the video, but I'll try and get a man's perspective as well. And then, as I say, I don't have any of the bits here to show you, but I will leave everything down in the descriptions box below, and I would have inserted little clips and pictures of bits and bobs here and there. But as I say, the big day is almost here, my lovelies. It is almost here. And just remember, it's not how much you spend, it's the thought that goes into it. All right, as I say, it's not all about spending this amount and I've got to spend that amount. Just get, number one, what you can afford. Do not get yourself in bother for Christmas. That is another thing I want to say. I think Christmas, sometimes people can go so overboard, and it can potentially be a thing of like, you know, like keeping up with the Joneses. Like, oh, if he's got that, well, I've got to get that. No. Do not get yourself in problems for the new year just for one day. It is nice if you are able to do that, but if not, it doesn't matter. I don't have an unlimited bank balance, so me and Brandon, we do set ourselves a budget, but we always end up going over it. What can we say? But we don't just buy things for the sake of things. If, say, for example, he said to me, I literally do not want anything, I would think, right, I would go and book an experience or get a gift card for that experience. And then it's something you can do. It's a memory later down the line. It's a day out. What more could you want? There is no point getting someone stuff like, I find sometimes people get presents just for the sake of getting presents, just so you have something to open. But I would much rather not have a bunch of two and actually just have a few select things that I would need, and then say experiences and days out, or like IOUs and tokens. I love all that type of jazz. But as I say, you're probably itching to get me off your screen, my lovelies. I do apologise. If you did enjoy the video, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below. Leave me a comment. What is your go-to for that female in your life? What is like your area? Do you go high-end, middle-end, low-end? It doesn't matter, whatever your budget is. And as I say, the thought that counts is the most important thing. So yes, take care, stay safe as always, my lovelies, and I shall see you tomorrow for a brand new video, and we will have a gift guide for him coming very, very soon as well. Bye!